I'm Joe Marshall with expertvillage.com, and today we're going to learn how to win at blackjack. Okay, so far we've covered when to stand, when to hit, and when to double down on hard and soft totals. Another option a player has is when to split his hand. And third base over here, this player has 2 8s, and he knows from his chart when your cards are 8 and 8, you always want to split those no matter what the dealer's up card is. So he would split the cards, and he would signal just by, I want to split. Normally the dealer would just go ahead and move another card over. The player would place another bet on this card here. What would happen then is the dealer would give him another card. He'd just be playing this hand, which is a 19, which is great. He wants to stay on a soft 19 because that's a good hand. So then he would say, I'm going to stand, and they would move on to this hand, and they would play. And in this case, he's got an 18, which is also a great hand. He wants to stand as well because the dealer has a 3 showing here. This chart is pretty important to memorize because when you split, you have a great chance of doubling your money just as much as when you double down. And sometimes in a really dreamy situation, you can double down and split and the same hand. And if that ever happens, you should just take the money and run because it's not going to get any better than that. On this chart here, if your 2 cards weren't 8s, but they were 9s, you would only want to split those if the dealer's up card is anywhere from 2 through 9, which it is, except if it's a 7, because he has to stand on 17, and you have an 18, which automatically would beat him anyway, and by hitting, you're jeopardizing your chances of busting. So just remember that you're going to want to split that as long as it's dealer's up card is 2 through 9, except 7. If you have double 7s, you want to split those when the dealer has an up card of 2 to 8. If you have 2 6s, you want to split them when the dealer's up card is 2 through 6. 2 4s, you'll split those if the dealer's up card is 5 through 6. If you have 2 3s, you're going to split those when the dealer's up card is 4 through 7. If you have 2 2s, you'll split those if the dealer's up card is 3 through 7. If you have 2 5s or 2 10s, you never want to split those no matter what the dealer's up card is, because 2 5s gives you a hard total of 10, which means by taking a hit, you can't bust, and you're only going to increase your chances of getting a 20 or a 21. And 2 10s is a 20. That's a great hand. You're most likely going to beat the dealer, so you should stick with that as well. Again, in the beginning, he had 2 8s. He always wants to split 8s because that's a hard total of 16, which is a bad hand. You don't want that. You're always going to want to split it. And if you always have aces, you're always going to want to split those as well because you have 2 chances of getting 21. And so that's what you want to do for pair splitting.